And you can see this whole shoreline is just, you're not staying down here very long. We're gonna climb up off of this before the tide comes in. Alright, now to find some food. Whoa, stop, back up. The moment I said that, I realized that I'd gotten a little ahead of myself. The first thing you should always do is look for water. Got my foot wet. Usually when I get water out of a lake like that, if I don't boil it, which I don't really have time to do today, what I'll do is I'll use these water purification tablets. I'm gonna put 2 of these in there for a quart. In the canteen, you just loosely cap it. Well, what I do is I'll cap it, I'll shake it really good for several minutes. Yeah, you gotta shake it really good. You gotta completely dissolve those 2 little tablets. And then you just leave it loosely capped so that it can breathe, because it'll build up some pressure. So while I was thinking about water, I remembered back to an earlier time when I did a similar thing. I had to go and find some water. This is what I did then. Canteen! What's up? Cool. Problem is, on an island like this, there ain't gonna be much. What do we got here? A water jug. Look here, folks. There's a tree seep. Look at the water pouring out of there. Just inside there is a hole. Look at the water pouring out of there. Just inside there is a hole that's full of water, full of mud. See, look, you can trace it all the way up. There's more water seeping out right here too. So this tree has a cavity inside of it. Let me step back a little bit. This tree has a cavity inside of it where it's draining water all the way down. The tree's full. The tree's full of water from the rain. And so inside this trunk, you can even hear it. It's hollow. You tap on it, hear it. So all I got to do is cut a hole down low, like down here. Cut a hole into the side of the tree right there, and the water will pour out, and I can get fresh water. Whereas if I go out there, all I've got is salt water, and who wants to drink that? Or who wants to deal with trying to drink that, because it has to be distilled to remove the salt. This is an excellent find. Yeah, a tree seat on an island like this can be a lifesaver if you know how to use it. that got me to thinking about shelter. And while I was thinking about building a shelter here in this place, I remembered back to an earlier time when I built a shelter somewhere else. This is what I did then, so I might do the same thing this time.
One way of traveling in the wilderness in a rainstorm and still be able to stay dry is to build a duvet, which is basically a mat made out of tall grasses. Later on tonight, when and if it quits raining, I can use this for a bed to sleep on.
So sheltered area away from the wind. There's an open spot right there. I may try to use this as a camp. That's tall marsh grass right there. If there's more of that around here, I can use that to build a shelter, build a bed, build a rainproof coat, do a lot of stuff with that. Build a duvet with it. And so that's what to think about, you know, as far as plants go, weeds. I think about grasses, first and foremost, because I use those, you know, for my shelter making, keeping myself dry, making fires, all kinds of stuff. And then there's food plants, and we're going to explore an older video that I made, which is an excellent video to see some of the plants that are edible, and especially growing on an island like this. A lot of the things that I describe in the video are going to be on this island. So let's have a look. And look, the first thing I see right here is these wild carrot plants. Docus carota. And even on islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, you can find this plant. I just knew from the very moment I set foot in this place that it was going to be a real problem. While I was gathering up wild plants on this island, I remembered back to some earlier times when I went and gathered plants in other places. All those experiences really helped me out. So, especially like picking mushrooms and things like that. So these are some of the things that I thought about while I was on that island. I found a javelin out there this morning too, and look at this. See how sharp that is? Look, it's as long as a spear. It's almost as tall as I am. See that? Right. This plant right here is called yellow curly dock, and as you can see, it's got the reddish coloration to the stem, and these leaves are big. You can see it's better to pick the smaller leaves like this here, but all of them have that reddish coloration to them. And this plant right here is exactly like spinach. And if you like spinach, you'll love eating this right here because it tastes just like it, chews just like it. All right, these are what the Jerusalem artichokes look like. Once you get them up out of the ground and wash them off. Various shapes, very distinctive. They very much resemble a red russet potato, and they taste a lot like a potato.
Now I'm going to chop up this gold stalk bolete mushroom and throw it in there too. That's going to be good. So I'll just chop that up, toss it in. And with these, you just slice them up and drop them right in there. Yum, that does look good.
So while I was thinking this through, I started filling in all the blanks of, trying to figure out everything that I might need to do, a way to cover all the bases. There's a lot of stuff for one person to do. Thought about all the weapons I would need. And weapons are quite unique. Kind of you get locked into certain terrestrial landscapes when you're using the natural materials to make the weapons out of, so you kind of only have access to what you have at hand. In a situation like this, every decision leads to another decision. So you got to be really careful that your pathway of decisions doesn't lead you into a bad place. And I realize that anything I could possibly need to do, I've already done before. So I have the knowledge. I just need to find the stuff I need to do the job with. So this led to me doing a whole lot more thinking. Yeah, see, there's a piece of kelp right here. Yeah, look at that. Alright. If you look along right here, oh yeah, look at this nice green piece. There we go. Oh yeah, excellent score. Look, here's some more. Alright, that's going to make a good meal. Guaranteed. There's more along here too. Look, here's some more. Some of it doesn't look too good, like that one doesn't look, but yeah, I'll just keep looking around a little bit, get a lot more of this, and Guilligan and I are going to be having a good meal on some, weed. That's how easy it is to get a little bit of food on an island. And yeah, there's never a lot. You're not going to eat for weeks. But most oftentimes, when you land on an island, those first few days that you're there, there's going to be food to eat. And if you make use of it, you'll be well off to know what plants you can pick. And more commonly, I would try to take stuff from the sea over trying to look for something on land. But I would utilize, I would utilize both spots. To help keep the rain off if it starts raining again. This will be a good spot. Yeah, I always make sure I cook my food away from where I'm going to camp at, especially in areas like this because of all the bears that are out everywhere. They smell the food and they come right up into your camp, and that's not really good. So I always cook my food several hundred yards away from where I'm going to camp at. Yeah, it's right at dusk now. If I was to go up into the woods right now, the mosquitoes would tear me up and eat me alive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay down here by the edge of the lake for a few hours until it cools off. And probably about midnight or something like that. And then I'll go up off the edge of the lake and try to get some sleep. I don't want to sleep here on the edge of the lake because of those bear tracks I saw over there. It might come back. So I'm going to sleep away from the lake. But before I do that, it's going to have to get a little bit later and a little bit cooler because
the mosquitoes. So I'll just stay down here and fish.
You've been watching Guilliegans Bag of Weed on the Hill Blood Billy Show. I'm your host, Trapper Jack.